I'm Laura Morett. I'm from season 19 of Survivor Samoa, and I'm playing this year with my daughter, Ciera Easton. I'm telling her, leave your heart at home. Leave your kids at home, it's there.
But yet I'm here.
But my heart's here. In the game, it was very easy for me to play because I'm a machine. Boom, 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 boom. The problem is now it's like somebody took half of my heart and it's just like set it out there with me. I feel vulnerable.
Laura was a good player who was cut early and deserved a second shot, but it wasn't until we met her daughter that we wanted her on the show for sure.
Only one of us is gonna win.
And I already told her I would leave her more in the will than the boys. Last time I came out here, I felt, being one of the older ones, that I had to prove my physicality. I had to prove that I can compete with these people, so I definitely came out here like, send me, I'm here, I got this. And I did that, but it also put a big target on my back by doing that. And so my ego's checked at the door. I have nothing to prove.
Every season of Survivor is a story. There are main characters, sidekicks, comic reliefs, and villains. A good season of Survivor tells a compelling story with characters you love and characters you hate in hopes that it all ends in a satisfying conclusion. Each story that we look at together will go through one character's journey from beginning to end while analyzing all the important character moments and strategic moves to determine whether they were a hero or a villain and whether they were a good or bad strategist. And with that, welcome to Once Upon an Island. For reference, we are only observing and analyzing the story that is being told through the show. No future seasons will be mentioned, but I may include secret scenes and behind the scenes footage from this season to enhance said story. Now with that,
39 days, 20 people, 1 survivor.
here we go. Season 27 of Survivor is set in the Philippines for the third time ever, and this time there is a massive twist. Blood versus water. Half of the cast is returning players, while the other half are their loved ones, and it's sort of like fans versus favorites, but in my opinion, a bit more spicy. Laura Morett is back from Survivor Samoa, where she was painted in the story as the villainous leader of the Galoo women, and also kind of a beast at challenges. It is hard to recall many players on Samoa due to it being the Russell Hantz show, but Laura was a standout regardless. This time she is playing with her 24-year-old daughter Ciera, and she says, I am not going to be as heartless as I was last time, since Ciera is here, and Ciera is my heart. A kinder, gentler Laura, huh? Count me as skeptical. But as everyone arrives, Jeff says, plot twist. Loved ones and returnees are on separate tribes. You're playing against each other. You have to compete. Oh, and another thing, each tribe must vote someone out right now. Wow, really on day one, we're voting people off. I don't know if I like this twist. On the loved ones tribe, they vote off Laura B, aka Rupert's wife. But on the returnees tribe, they vote off Candace. Laura did get a couple votes though, it was kind of close. But then we get another plot twist when Jeff says, hey, if you want to, you can swap with your loved ones and be voted off instead. And Rupert immediately steps out and swaps with Laura B, and now she is on Laura M's tribe. And yeah, people are like, no, what? But we want Rupert. Come back, Rupert. Yes, it does indeed suck. Even at their camp, they're all like, man, I miss Rupert. And Laura B's like, I'm right here. And like, yeah, you know, but like, he's Rupert, you know? It's pretty humorous. So as their tribe tries to make fire.
Being an experienced player, we know how important it is to have fire. Don't worry about your shelter, don't worry about anything else, because unless you have fire, we are dead in the water. Within 15 minutes, Tyson went out there and started a fire. We've been nonstop, we're boiling our water, our canteens are full. Hey, we've got water, guys. We're eating our rice, morale is good. It's amazing. We're really comfortable at this point.
Life is grand for the Yellow Galong tribe, but for the Red Tadhana, it is the opposite, as they cannot make fire to save their life. I mean, what do you expect? They're the newbies. But when both tribes get the note saying, hey, the next challenge is about to happen, it seems to indicate that it will end with a puzzle. I mean, what else is new? It's gonna end with a puzzle, which has Laura M and Tina saying, oh, our daughters are likely going to do that puzzle. And as it turns out, they're right. Ciera, Laura M's daughter, and Katie, Tina's daughter, do indeed do the puzzle. And Laura M and Tina win. The moms win immunity. Great job. And when their tribe does win, Jervis does some serious smack talking, and keep that in mind as it's going to be relevant later. Do you want to tell me what videos I should make? You could do that as a paid patron on Patreon. Every month, the paid patrons get to nominate and select 3 to 7 videos along with picking video names, watching everything up to 7 months early, and you get to play in our exclusive Survivor Fantasy League. If you're interested, then there's a link in the description. Thank you for your support. Now with that, Episode 2 sees Galong living the good life while running a massage train. Everyone is a part of this, except Colton. Colton says, I am sick and tired of everyone having fun and goofing off. We are here to play Survivor. I demand chaos. He tries to spread many fake rumors, but no one believes Colton because, well, he's Colton. Unlike in One World, he has no power here. No one wants to work with him. We then go to the Redemption Island arena where it is revealed that Marissa was voted out of her tribe due to Jervis's smack talk. Oh, interesting. I guess your actions on the air tribe can't affect your loved one. Got to keep that one in mind. Kind of a revenge vote out on Marissa. Rupert is then eliminated in the duel. We would have all preferred Laura B to be eliminated, apparently, according to the way the tribe was talking, but no, Rupert is eliminated, and back at camp, Colton is still so ticked that everyone is getting along and being nice.
I feel like I'm in middle school again. I mean, I don't mind like campfire side chats or whatever, but it's like that's all they want to do.
Tyson told me that they want to get rid of you.
Do you think this is like a YMCA camping trip where we talk about how we want to improve ourselves? Well, you know what? I want to improve myself by winning $1 million.
Jervis is on board with getting rid of ours. He just doesn't want to write his name down because he
Jervis? I don't want to live with these people. I don't want this to be the final 9.
Morett just came up to me and she tried to throw you under the bus. This is the thing, she's getting all caught up in her stories. And then, you know,
I don't believe any of that talk.
Colton's a tool. That night, Colton says, I don't want to be a jerk, but I have had it up to here with how happy-go-lucky my tribe is. I want us to lose immunity on purpose to teach my tribe that Survivor is about strategy and voting each other off and not being happy. Is Colton mental? These are all returnees. This isn't their first time playing, dude. You've all played Survivor. I mean, except for Laura B, but if we're gonna sit here and be like, oh, Laura B's dictating what the tribe is doing, then we're just joking with ourselves. They're all playing. They're just not playing with Colton. On a separate note, we do see a majority 5-person alliance made on the tribe, and Laura is not in it. I'm a bit concerned because and I do mean all of Laura's content so far has been focused on her daughter Ciera, and not really on her nearly as much and her relationships with people in this tribe. They then win immunity, and episode 3, Colton is like a broken record going on and on about how his tribe is too happy and blah, 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 blah. Find a new shtick, Colton. At the Redemption Island arena, Marissa flips Brad Culpepper the bird and says, F you, Brad Culpepper. Whoa, okay. I guess the loved ones are having a rough time, but then Colton pulls out a move I simply did not expect.
And now, Colton, you're crying. What are you crying about?
I can't do this.
Meaning you're quitting? Again, a very selfish move.
Wow.
What is it that has happened on your tribe that's forcing you to quit for what now I can confirm for myself is a second time? The first time you feigned an appendicitis. Turns out you didn't have it. You want to own that one now?
I don't know what it was. I mean, I was treated for a bacterial infection. You know, people can say till the cows come home, I quit.
Is that how it goes, Colton? If things don't go your way, let's just stop?
Maybe, I don't know.
Well, Colton, you came back for a second time because you said you wanted to show how much you've grown, but your behavior now shows you haven't. And the irony is, the opportunity for the growth you seek is right in front of you. It's called Survivor.
I know the loved ones keep going to tribal, but we have lost 3 returning players already due to twists and Colton being Colton. Tyson's girlfriend, Rachel, gets eliminated at the showdown, and at the immunity challenge, we have the infamous sumo at sea that modern Survivor has banned. Yes, that is official. I'm not just speculating. Jeff has officially banned this challenge. It no longer can happen, apparently. Craziness. Here we see players face off against each other, which does cause Tyson to hurt his shoulder. But to win immunity for her tribe, Laura must do the most toughest and emotional thing she can.
Laura will be taking on her daughter, Ciera. Laura, if she defeats her own daughter, wins it for Galong.
That's my baby. And to hurt your own child intentionally, never fun. They're not hurting me.
Go.
Laura goes out strong, but look at Ciera pushing back. Ciera hangs in, Ciera in the water. Laura scores and wins for Geelong. Geelong wins their third immunity challenge in a row when mother defeats daughter.
Twice now, she has had to beat Ciera to get her tribe immunity. And Laura is a beast. The next episode sees Candace now blowing up on Brad for voting out her husband, and then Marissa is eliminated in the duel. So we go to the immunity challenge where, once again, Laura must defeat Ciera to get her tribe immunity. And she does just that. 3 times now out of the 4 challenges has been on Laura's shoulders to win her tribe immunity and to defeat Ciera. And this is causing her a lot of emotional turmoil.
I want Ciera to succeed because you want your kids to succeed so bad and you want them to win. But yet I have a tribe of people that are counting on me as well. I knew she couldn't beat me and she could be going home.
It's true. I mean, the more Laura wins, the more likely she puts her daughter in danger of being voted out of this game. But what can you do? Throw? That night, while stressing about her daughter possibly being voted out of the game, Laura is massaging Aris and says to us she hopes she's making good connections as this time she wants to do her best to be genuinely nice. But we then cut to Aris saying that no matter how nice Laura is, no matter what she does, it's not gonna work. She isn't in my 5-person alliance. Dang. At the arena, Laura is very pleased that Brad was voted out. I'm shocked about that as well. He's kind of running that tribe over there instead of Ciera. Somehow her daughter keeps evading what seems inevitable at this point. Candace is eliminated at the arena, and then their tribe loses immunity for the first time this season. So it seems like either Kat, Laura B, or Laura M will be voted off since they are on the outs. She talks to Aris, the only one she trusts on her tribe, about who to vote off, and he says, we're getting out Laura B, obviously. But then we see Aris talk to Tyson, and they both agree. We should vote off Laura M because if she goes to redemption, she'll actually eliminate people we don't want there. Oh my gosh, Laura M's gonna be voted off because she's a challenge beast? So they all vote at tribal and...
It's been really great playing with you, but there's only room for one Laura on this island.
First vote, Laura B. Laura M. Laura M. Laura M. That's 3 votes, Laura M. Laura M. That's 4 votes, Laura M. 5th person voted out of Survivor Blood versus Water, Laura M. Laura, the tribe has spoken.
While I can believe it, I can't believe Laura M was voted out so the others go to redemption and get eliminated by her. Come on now. She couldn't even survive 1 tribal council this season. At the arena, Jeff says, Ciera, do you want to swap with your mom? And Laura cuts him off and says, no way, I'm not going to allow it. I will win my way back in the game before I let Ciera swap with me. So Laura starts what she says she was going to do and gets first place in the showdown. And with Brad eliminated, Laura gives the idol clue to Vetus to put a target on Aris's brother's back. I think she feels a little bit burned by Aris. You see, when someone wins the duel this season, they get to give away an idol clue. And so far in this game, this has been a bad thing to receive. I imagine Survivor did not anticipate this at all. But then that night, Kat is voted off. And when she arrives at Redemption Island,
I think I'm more worried about it. I feel like Hayden's gonna be so disappointed.
No one wants to date someone who doesn't make the merge. But he's gonna dump me.
Oh, come on.
Like Hayden will be embarrassed that I'm here and I didn't play better or try harder. He's gonna be so upset. I don't want him to be ashamed of me.
it's true, everyone. Hope you've all learned a valuable lesson. If you do not make the merge, you're simply undateable. You will be forever alone. That's why Kat will never be married. Sarcasm alert, Kat is married. I just find the scene funny. Every player's love life is on the line when they play Survivor. That's what you need to take away from this. Laura then helps eliminate Kat at the duel the next day, and that is when Laura B arrives on Redemption next. Well, I guess it didn't really matter if Laura M was voted off because look at this, her, Kat, and Laura B, the bottom three, they're all out anyways. But this is it. The clue for the next challenge says, if you win this, you're back in the game. The two losers, they're gone. Laura says, I promised my daughter I would come back for her, and I'm going to follow through. But then we hear from Ciera, who says to us, I hope my mom does not get back in the game because it would ruin my game. What? So as Laura competes,
Laura B struggling right away. Just find your foothold. Don't panic. You've got lots of footholds below you too. These footholds are very narrow. You can't get your whole toe on there. It doesn't take long before it starts to hurt. Laura M. not moving. Ciera quietly watching. John is out. Laura B. slowly beginning to slide.
I am not letting go, Laura B. My daughter's on the line here. You're gonna have to pry my arms off of this.
Laura B. is out of this game. Laura M. has earned her way back into this game. You can come down. Before you officially re-enter the game, you and everybody else can drop your buffs. We are merged.
Laura is back in the game and Ciera's not super happy about this, but everyone is merged. Jeff says since you won the challenge, Laura, you get the idol clue and you can either give it to someone or keep it for yourself, and she just promptly burns it. A very risky move in my mind. Sure, you don't want a target on your back, but you were voted off with almost no connections in the game. There's already a target on your back. You're an easy target. An idol could buy you a lot of time. Laura tells us that since there are still 3 couples in the game, they could all band together and become the majority with 6 people. Oh, how little Laura knows as Ciera talks to her and says,
I'm in an alliance. You make it a little sketchy. And here's why. Because it was an alliance formed on people without loved ones. And we promise each other final 5. But don't talk strategy with anybody. No one. No one. Okay. So here's the thing. Ours is next to go. Don't talk to anyone if anyone.
Me and Ciera are the people that are going to decide the fate of either the couples or the fate of the singles. Who would have thought that here I was on Redemption Islands thinking the game is over, and now I'm in a power position in this game of who's gonna go home.
The reality is that the solo people are running the show and the couples are being targeted. That's the truth, and that's why Ciera didn't want her back in the game. Laura is gonna need to be okay with Ciera being voted off or herself being voted off again. Vetus then wins immunity, and Laura, who clearly has survivor PTSD from playing with Russell Hantz, is tripping about Aris having an idol and says, we should split the votes, but everyone else paints her as an overthinker for even suggesting this. But no, I think Laura's onto something. This is a good move. Even if she doesn't need to do it, like, I get where she's coming from and she's in the right. I mean, that Russell Hantz PTSD, it's real. So they all voted tribal and...
First vote, Laura. Ciera. Laura. Ciera. 2 votes Laura, 2 votes Ciera. Aris. Aris. We're tied. Aris. That's 3 votes Aris. Aris. That's 4 votes Aris. 8th person voted out of Survivor Blood versus Water. Aris. Aris, the tribe has spoken.
This is a dangerous game to play. Aris is gone, but who is next? His brother? Katie? Tina? Ciera? Or even Laura? I don't know. Not that I blame Laura for offing Aris since he tried to enact a split vote plan against her and Ciera. She had to do what she had to do. It's just that, what's the game plan here? How is Laura gonna escape her inevitable doom? Monica wins immunity, and Laura again says, we need to split the votes just in case, people. Her PTSD from Russell Hantz. Oh, it's hurting her hard. So Vetus is voted off, and the clock is ticking. Katie wins immunity. So then, Tina is voted off next. This is getting rough. Laura and Ciera are the final pair in the game, but again, like in the pre-merge, Laura has been shown to have no connections outside of her daughter, whereas we get many scenes of Ciera gaming with others and having relationships with them. The writing is on the wall here in the story. Ciera tells us that if her mom needs to go to further her own game, she will do it. She will do the unthinkable and vote off her own mother, a war crime in the game of Survivor. I am pretty sure the Geneva Convention banned this type of behavior. Then at the arena, Aris is eliminated, and back at camp, Tyson says, hey, the plan is to vote off Laura next. Well, crap. I mean, we all kind of knew this was happening, but still, it sucks. So Ciera breaks the news to her mom, and
I've definitely had to have conversations with my mom that have been hard in my life. One that comes back is, when I got pregnant, having to have that conversation with my mom. And you learn your mom loves you no matter what. And I know that about my mom. So I think what's important for me in this conversation is to be honest. I'm gonna have to tell her, like, you don't stand a shot. You don't. And I do. If you were not in the game right now, I know I'd be in the final 3.
They would take you to the final 3 because they know that they can beat you.
I don't know if I would win, but I think I have a better shot at winning than you would.
Or I'm gonna win. Immunity.
But then I go home, and then you go home right after me. You go home right after me, and none of us are sitting in the final 3.
She has the courage now to say to her mom,
Mom, this is what I'm going to do, and this is how I'm going to do it. And by the way, I may have to vote you out of that $1 million. And the fact that my daughter has the courage to say that to me shows that she has grown as a woman, that she's no longer this little girl.
I mean, I don't want to have to vote my mom out. I came into this like wanting to sit at the end with my mom, but it just won't happen. It's not practical. And I get one shot at this, one shot, and I don't want to mess it up.
Ultimately, for me, I wanted this game to teach my daughter how strong she is. As an individual player in the game was like, oh no, that's not really that's gonna cut my chances. But as a mother, I was like, good girl.
I gotta say, I was skeptical. Laura has truly embraced being a different person this time around, and I was wrong. She is not the same woman we saw in Samoa, at least not what we're seeing here. This is not the same person. Sure, she's about to be voted off in the same exact episode as last time, but this is a much different journey for her, and she still has a chance to beast her way back in the game a second time, like Ozzy, and not like Matt, who blew it in the final challenge after beasting all season on the original Redemption Island. Monica then wins immunity, and at Tribal Council, the unthinkable happens when...
First vote, Laura. Laura. Katie. Laura. That's 3 votes, Laura. Laura. That's 4 votes, Laura. 11th person voted out of Survivor Blood versus Water. Laura.
Sorry, love you. I'll come back for you.
Laura, for the second time, the tribe has spoken. Previously on Survivor, Ciera's alliance, the Tadhana 5, came up with a plan to break up her and her mom. Fortunately for them, Ciera was on board, but the pressure of voting out her mom was taking its toll. At Tribal Council, Ciera made the toughest and most emotional vote of the season, voting out her mom.
Holy crap, Ciera voted off her own mom, and now Laura is back on Redemption Island. Her daughter voted her out of the game. When she shows up at Redemption, she says "Mom" out loud to make Tina think that Katie has arrived, which Tina falls for, but it's all in good fun, because obviously Katie's still in the game and that pleases Tina. Laura says, "It sucks that Ciera voted me out, but I will do whatever I can to get back into the game and help my daughter." Laura, I gotta say, Laura's been voted off twice. Not salty at all either time. This is a changed woman. So now we go to the Redemption Island arena where Jeff brings up,
The last vote we showed at Tribal said, "Mom, Ciera voted you out of this game." She voted her mom out.
There's worse things that this precious little girl has done to me in my life than write my name down to send me home on Survivor. Wrecking my car, sneaking out at night, skipping school. Yeah. So writing my name down on a piece of paper and sending me home. We knew at some point one of us would have to vote the other one out. I just didn't think it was going to be so soon, and it's okay. It's okay. I'll come back.
that interview I just showed you was from before this game even started, and it gives some perspective. Ciera has been a real trouble child, so voting out her own mom, that's minor in comparison to the other things she's done. But in the game of Survivor, Jeff is obsessed with the fact that Ciera voted off her own mom. To this day, Jeff still talks about this moment. I can't believe that. Laura wins the showdown and then proceeds to coach Tina through the puzzle so that Vetus can be eliminated. And guess what? It works. Laura likes Tina, but would also rather face Tina at the final challenge than face strong people like Vetus, who, by the way, is ticked by what Laura did. Laura then gives the idol clue to Ciera and she burns it. Man, I hope Ciera is right about her place in the game, otherwise she's blowing it hard. Caleb is the next one voted out, and Laura could not be happier once again. Ciera's social game is taking her to the very end. Something Laura has not been able to manage either time she has played the game of Survivor. Her and Tina then play some homemade backgammon, and Laura says, "My second stay on Redemption is way different than my first one. This time, I like being with Tina and Caleb, whereas last time, John and Brad, they were always trying to intimidate me. It's kind of annoying." We then go to the arena again, where Laura wins, Tina gets second, and Caleb is eliminated. Laura is a beast in the arena. Who can stop her? She gives Ciera the idol clue, and this time, Ciera keeps it. I wonder what has changed. Back at Redemption Island.
Laura has proved to be quite a nice roommate. She's a hard worker, and she's very pleasant, so it has worked out wonderful. We've had great conversations. I've got to know her so much better. We're both moms. We have a lot in common, and I've really enjoyed my time with her.
Tina's been here for 10 days. And we've definitely formed a great bond. I mean, there's honestly nobody I'd want to be stuck on Redemption Island with, besides Ciera, than Tina, because I truly love that woman. I mean, she's an amazing woman. Let's head down.
Okay.
Our last
Thank you for being up here with me, my
day up here on this rock.
my sweet friend.
It's been awesome. I would not have wanted to be out here with anybody else.
Me
that's
either.
for sure.
That was a secret scene, but it's still cool to see that there is someone Laura has connected with in this game on a real level outside of Ciera. But then Tina's daughter Katie arrives at Redemption, and it turns out a wild thing has occurred in the game of Survivor. Ciera flipped to the Minority Alliance at the final 6, and they drew rocks for the first time in 23 seasons. Ciera apparently learned that she was not in the final 3, and this was a move she had to make to give herself a chance. Wow. At the arena, that's a tale as old as time, Laura finishes in first, Tina in second, and Katie is eliminated. Laura is running the table on everyone this season on Redemption Island. If she can get back in and win 2 immunity challenges, she has a real shot at winning this thing. But then Hayden arrives at Redemption Island. Crap. He is real competition come any challenges they have left, which they only have 1. But at least Ciera is still in this thing. They finally get the note saying, this is it, the final challenge, win or go to the jury. Laura says Ciera is waiting for the cavalry to arrive, and I'm on my way. Here we go, the final showdown for all the marbles, and
Hayden slips out of nowhere. Hayden becomes the 5th member of the jury. He is out of this game. Just like that, we are down to 2 moms. Laura's face drops. Yeah! Laura becomes the 6th member of the jury. Tina wins her first duel and will rejoin this game. Laura, how do you leave this game?
The failure part of me is, raising kids and telling them finish strong. And
So you don't feel you did?
no,
You didn't win, but does that mean you didn't finish strong?
I really appreciated Jeff's words when he said, sometimes teaching your kids that winning proves that, that's all that there is isn't always a good thing. And I really appreciated that. I'm going to take that to heart, that there sometimes is other things more valuable than winning. That's the relationship that I have with my daughter, and the way she looked at me and said she was proud of me, priceless.
Mom, it's okay.
How can you walk away saying you lost after that?
Love you, Mom.
I love you. Bye, guys.
So let's break this down. How is Laura Morett as a character and as a strategist? Did you know that Ciera voted out her own birth mother? Also, I gotta mention, Laura helped Tina all the way through, like she kept helping her get through those challenges, and then Tina ends up eliminating her. I don't knock Tina, it's kind of ironic. I will say, Laura did so much better this time, and yet so much worse than the last time she played Survivor. On one hand, she did indeed accomplish her goal of being a nice person, not the heartless woman she perceived herself to be last time, but on the other hand, she made 0 connections that we saw with people in the game and basically made it as far as she did due to her challenge prowess. Back in the day, I made a video about challenge beasts, and in retrospect, I should have included Ciera's mom because Laura here was much better than I remember, and if I ever make an updated challenge beast video, I gotta include her in it. Out of 15 character moments shown on the show, 13 were heroic and 2 were villainous, making Laura a hero character on Survivor, Blood vs. Water. And out of 26 strategic moments shown on the show, 15 were smart and 11 were dumb, making Laura a smart strategist on Survivor, Blood vs. Water. Thanks for watching, and doubly thanks for liking and subscribing. I'll see you all next time.